To those who have been thinking or planning their suicide, maybe you should imagine this first. Imagine you're sitting in your room, you have your door locked for the last time, wanting to be away from whomever is on the outside. You have a pen in your hand and a blank piece of paper in front of you. Your hand is shaking out of nerves, not knowing exactly what you really want, but you've already made your decision. Tears begin again for the fourth time in the past hour. To my family, you write at the top of the page, but decide it's the bad way to begin your very last letter. Your suicide letter. You try again and again, but you don't know where to begin something like this. You don't know what to say to anyone because you think no one understands you. No one knows what you're going through. You think no one really cares about what you have to say about how you feel. That your feelings don't even matter. You're alone, or at least that's what you've always thought, not bothering to think of anything other than that. You toss the empty paper filled with eraser marks. It doesn't matter what your last words are anyways. Nobody would care if you're alive or not. You mean nothing to nobody. In fact, you think they're better off without you. It's nighttime, and you slip the knife quietly out of the drawer, the very one you took from the kitchen only hours before. You decide to unlock the door and press deep inside your skin, hitting what you know could kill you, letting the blood ruin your clothes and carpet. You take your last breath and end it all. No one cares, right? Well, you thought wrong. It's a Monday, the following morning, and when it's time for school, your mother comes and knocks on your door. She doesn't know you can't hear her. She doesn't know you're gone. How could she? You never told anyone about your plan, or maybe you did, but it wasn't clear enough. She didn't know, obviously. She thinks you're just oversleeping like usual. She knocks a few more times, calling your name to open up. When there is no reply from your side of the door, she opens it and screams. She collapses on the ground while your dad rushes into your room. She cries and cries over your body, your cold and lifeless body. Your siblings have already left for school, so they don't know. They think you're getting ready for another day of school and will come home to them. But she won't. Your very weak mother collects all the energy she's got, which is close to none, and shakes you, screaming your name with hope that you're still with her. Your father is trying to stay strong for your mother, but the tears escape his eyes, running to call 911 as your mother sits by your side and blames herself. All those times she had said no to you, all those times she had screamed at you and sent you to your room over something stupid. Your father will blame himself for not being there for you when you asked for help, but being away from home at work for a long time. Nobody cares though, right? It's now 10 a.m., 10:30 a.m. There's a knock on your classroom door. It's the school principal. He looks more worried than he has ever shown before. He calls the teacher to the side, whispering about the events you had taken. All the students had worried faces and asked the same question. What's going on? The principal then later announces about your suicide. The popular girl that always called you fat and ugly is now blaming herself. The kid that would always copy your homework but treat you like crap, he's blaming himself. The boy that sits behind you, the one that always talks to you loud, he's blaming himself. Your best friend, she sure as hell is blaming herself for never noticing the signs you were giving. The teacher is blaming herself for all those times she'd been angry at you for the late homework and how she didn't realize your struggles. People are crying over you, shocked at what you did, in regret of what they did to you. They'll all be devastated, depressed. Even the kids you've never talked to before simply borrowed a textbook from. Still, nobody cares about you, right? Your parents go pick your siblings up early from school. They wonder why your parents are tear-streaked and show the looks of worry. Why are we getting picked up so early? Your mother, through sobs, and your father's embrace has to tell them that you're not with them anymore. That you're gone. Forever. Your little sister, no matter how many times she screamed at you, told you she hated you and stole your stuff, said you were stupid and didn't want you as a sibling, always loved you, and saw you as her hero, her role model. She now starts to blame herself. Why didn't I do what she told me to do when she told me to? Why did we argue? What did I do to her? Why did I take her stuff even when she asked me not to? This is all my fault. Your brother, the boy that never cries, he's now in his room mad at himself. He thinks he's caused your death. All those times he'd play pranks on you and the times when he'd yell about how you're taking too long in the bathroom. He's now punching holes in the walls, turning over things, breaking anything he can find. He doesn't know how to deal with the fact that you're gone. His sister. Someone he loved. Nobody cares about you though, right? Right? It's been 2 days since your suicide. The door to your room has been closed all this time. Your mother, way too scared to enter your room for the fear of crying, will strike her like a train. She's been avoiding your room. Everyone has. Everything's different now that you're gone, and you're not coming back. Your brother has to be sent to anger management classes and learn not to hold in all his feelings, to let it out naturally so he won't end up like you have. Your little sister cries every day, never letting go of that one shirt she had stolen from you. She wears it every day now. Every day she waits for you to come back home to you. To her. Your mother, she clings onto every picture of you, all of them scattered on the floor of her bedroom. She spends hours looking at each one, wishing you were still here. Your father, he's missed work to stay home with your siblings and mother. He's been holding it together for them, but he cries himself to sleep every night. The popular girls have turned anorexic, feeling guilty for calling you fat, and now that you're not here to eat anymore, they won't either. They don't know how to deal with the pain that they're feeling. The boy who would always bother you has now dropped out of school. The boy that copied your homework now cuts every night to feel how you felt. Your best friend, she now feels suicidal. She's attempted twice since your death, and will succeed the following week. But nobody cares about you, aren't I right? Your mother finally decides to go clean out your room, but she can't do it. It's your room. The room that you said you didn't want anyone but yourself in. She respected that. She never entered before, so how could she now? Your grandmother from out of state calls her and encourages her to go in and do it. That it'll be good for her. Closure. She locked herself in your room for 2 days to try to clean up your clothes, your things. She finds your journal filled with suicidal thoughts dated back to months before. She bawls and curses at herself for overlooking all the signs you had given. She finds your razor hidden in an empty glasses case in your drawer, the very drawer you pulled out that knife that ended your life. She wants to throw those things out, to forget how you really felt, but she can't. She can't say goodbye to you. Not yet. Not now. Never. You were her baby. Still, no one cares about you, right? It's your funeral. It's a big day for your family and everybody comes. No one knows what to say to comfort your mourning parents and siblings. The girl you always envied because she was beautiful, the one with the big smile, it's gone now. You're somewhere else. Your best friend is going to commit suicide after your funeral. She'll do it at night with a gun pressed to her temple. She cared. A lot. She blames it all on herself. The boy whom had a crush on you since 2nd grade, he's there with fresh cuts on his arm and a nervous twitching of his hands. He never got to tell you his feelings, and now he won't get to. No one knows what to say. They're all still shocked. Everyone cries. Everyone misses you. They all wish you could come back, but you don't, and you won't. Still think nobody cares about you? Think again. Even if people don't show it, they care about you. They love you. If you kill yourself today or any other day, you won't know just how much you meant to people. If you kill yourself today, it stops your pain, but it pains all the ones who know you for the rest of their life. Suicide may be the easy way out, but it's still the wrong choice. You're not just ending your pain, but leaving behind a huge guilt-filled pain for everyone who loved and cared about you. Life is beautiful. Yes, it does have its ups and downs. Everyone has their bad days. Sometimes people go through tough times in their lives, like you're probably going through right now. But bad times come and go. You might not see the light at the end of the tunnel, but it's there. No matter how hard life gets, never give up on yourself or your life. Take a minute now and think about this for me. If you killed yourself, how would the people that love you feel or go through? Can't think of anything? Nothing at all? Well, I'll tell you through experience. Late night sobs, devastation, possible self-harming, depression, guilt, pain, sickness, confused, broken, suicidal thoughts, regret, questioning, wrecked, and miserable. If you're still listening and you still feel suicidal, there are people that can help you. I'm here for you because I felt this pain before. And I'll be more than happy to listen to you and try to help you feel better. I'll try to relate. I can't just know your feelings, but I will listen to them and try to understand if you explain them. There are teachers, parents, grandparents, neighbors, adults whom you trust. Counselors, they're all there for you whenever you need them, just like I am. And I may be busy, but I'll still get back to you whenever I can. I'll try my best to be there as much as I can, and as best as I can too. You're perfect to me. You're loved and cared for by me. I'm proud of you for making it this far. Things will change for you, and you should be alive to see it. I just want you to remember 3 things. You're beautiful, you're not alone, and things do get better. Your existence does make a difference.